Hi, you guys. Oh my God, you guys are here. How do you know I'm coming on? I'm laughing because one of my friends, hello, Carol, I text her, I'm going live. She's like, yes. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry, it struck me as funny. Okay, hi, everybody. I'm alive and well, and I've got side boob cleavage going on tonight. We've got side boob cleavage and all kinds of nonsense happening. How is everybody? Okay, I'm plugging my phone in because it's dead. I literally, from Portland, Oregon. Yes, of course, Portland. Run around Portland, Oregon. Alabama. Is that Alabama? Yeah, Alabama. Cool, you guys. Oh my God. Oh shit. Let me turn this off. The minute I sign on, then my phone starts going like that. Indiana. Okay, that's so cool. Delaware. Yes, happy Mother's Day, Boston. Jewelry. I'll take jewelry. Another Philly fan. Quebec, Michigan. Oh God, my day. Georgia. I love Georgia. Um, I'm thinking I'm going to book a trip. This is what I'm thinking. Muskoka, I think you said Manitoba. Listen, my voice is scratchy because I literally talk all day. That's nothing new. But okay, anyway, Tacoma, Washington, Maryland, Kingston, Ontario. Yes, well, that I know. Niagara Falls, I know that too. Muskogee, okay, Wisconsin. Sexy Leos, Miami, South Florida. Ohio, Houston, Ohio, Houston, Cincinnati, Boston. Oh my God. Okay, so first I gotta unblock. Look, I'm looking down. My messages are popping up. I have to get rid of them. I must get rid of them. I tell you, I must. Okay, so anyway, okay, wait. Leamington, Ontario. Of course, Ontario, Canada. I know this. Oh yeah, but we have Ontario Airport here. But I mean, Nelson, BC, beautiful. I was just there not too long ago. Rhode Island, Jamaica. Okay, Jamaica, boss lady. Jamaica, boss lady, is my new BFF when I want to go to Jamaica. Brooklyn, New York. Um, trying to get my throat. Minnesota. Okay, Placerville, California, Buffalo. I know Buffalo well. I got arrested in Buffalo the last time I went through there. Long story, not going to tell you. I got locked in a police car and they turned the heat up. Whole other story. Okay, so what did we do? Oh my God. Okay, so I have some new shoes. Where did I put them? I left them over there. Anyway, I got some Little Rock, Arkansas. Let me see. Gemini season, Satan season. No, Lila's a Gemini. It's okay. Wait, what day is this even? We're not in Gemini season. We're in Taurus season, Alabama. Okay, so this morning our hill was open. Okay, super fun. So it was definitely open. And so me and Vanessa went running up our hill. And then I ran into a friend of mine who I haven't seen in a long time. Ran into some other people and I just cut my hair. Look, it's a little bit weird. I just cut this side a bit more. That's a whole other story. I did go to the hairdresser, but then I was like cutting because I saw, whatever, I'll cut on top of everything. I get out my scissors. So sometimes my hair can be, I don't know, it seems like it's even, anyway, that's what I did. And then sometimes I can re-bleach too. That's why I have to go every so often. I don't know what time I was born. You have to do Sun on the Ascendant or get a copy of your hair dye. I love anything hair and cosmetics and all of that. I want to bleach. I think the whole world should be bleached and colored, okay? Wow, no shades. Yeah, that's only because I lost them tripping in to get here because that happens to me. Okay, so we went on our hike, you guys, and it was so cool. It was beautiful. I missed that hill. Like, it was so easy, right? No, hairdressers aren't open. That doesn't stop me from going. Understand that. Hear me clearly. And I'll never admit anything. So consider me a pathological liar at this point. Yes, hairdressers are open. In fact, I'll show you. I'm not going to say ever where I went. I will never say. And you can beat it out of me. Okay, this is a really weird picture, but there's me at the hairdresser. and I'm not at home. So I'm erasing that. There's no location on it. You will never find out where I went. I will never acknowledge it. Nothing. No, I'm not afraid of the virus. I'm afraid of my scratchy throat, but I'm not afraid of the virus. Okay, wait, I was going to show you something. What the hell was I going to show you? Oh my God. I just forgot. Feel like I've lost my mind. Anyway, we went hiking and it was so fun. So we got to the top and we were talking to this one guy, bicycle guy. I just call him no shirt guy because he always comes up the backside. We see him and he never has a shirt on. Anyway, he came up over Latuna Canyon and there were a bunch of bikers, I mean, pedal bikers, going up over the canyon. And I guess the police, like last week, stopped him from going up over because he wasn't wearing the mask. And I'm like, what kind of fucking moron in 100-degree heat wears a mask outside going up the incline of a mountain? I'm seriously asking that. That is ridiculous. You will die. You will die from that. You will die. Okay, so they know that, and that's stupid. Anybody doing that? Anyway, we went on this beautiful run, absolutely gorgeous. I'm just getting my link here to see if I'm running. I want to see if I'm up and running. Let's see if I am up and running, right? Okay, so some underwear commercials on. Okay, look, I'm up and running. See, I'm looking. I'm just checking that they're not fucking with me, and nobody's thumbs downed it yet. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for not thumbs downing me. I'm so happy not to be thumbs down. So anyway, we had this, okay, wait, okay. When you called, I was doing, okay, fuck, don't you agree? I have to answer this back. Live now, you weirdo. Okay, so these people call me, oh, I forgot to text Libra Lori. Let's text Libra Lori. Poor Lori is probably like, God, I don't want to watch this bitch every night. She's my friend, but not every night, right? So anyway, he got busted. A couple of people got busted and they kept switching trails. So anyway, me and Vanessa were late going down the hill. Then we ran into our friend Ben. He just biked 100 miles, okay? So he literally rode 100 miles. 100 miles. So I was thinking maybe I want to take up bike riding just because like it's a new skill. So I'm going to find out what kind of bike he rides in the mountains. But see, he said he took his road bike, not his mountain bike. So I'm confused because he went up Mount Wilson before it was open, right? Everything goes downhill. I know, right? Anyway, he said that, but I think I'm going to find out what kind of bike. I may have to get 2 bikes. And I'm really uncoordinated on a bike. So I don't know. I may do this. But either way, he rode 100 miles. 100, okay? I know bikes are fun. So I want to do the mountain biking, but uphill. I don't really want to go whipping downhill because, yes, I know. I'm trying to get a better body at this time of life. So I'm like thinking biking because he's ripped to shreds. The thighs are ripped. The thighs are ripped to shreds. So I'm thinking that's good. I don't really care about the upper body so much, although Vanessa has me doing push-ups and what else does she have me doing? Push-ups and 125 jumping jacks a day. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, we did that and then we're running down the hill and we did squats and lunges. So we got to the middle and we did 20 lunges, 20 squats, 20 lunges, 20 squats, 20 lunges, 20 squats. So we did that. Okay, yeah, Vanessa does good. I'll show you little Vanessa so you can see. Lori says, what a treat. Okay, Libra Lori, thank you for your support. She's fucking hilarious. What a treat. Okay, anyways, that's sweet of her. See what a good friend she is? She's such a good friend. She's so good friend. Okay, so Vanessa... Let me show you little Vanessa. Now keep in mind, Vanessa just had a baby. The baby's 2. Baby Sophia is 2. So she literally just had a baby. And this is Miss Vanessa with a 2-year-old baby and a 4-year-old baby, okay? So little Vanessa, she looks so cute. Here's our picture. There we are. We're up at the top. And then here's some clouds. You can see this one. This one's beautiful. Look, See the clouds? Exactly. So then I know I'm very lazy, Dallas. I'm so lazy, but not when it comes to vanity. I'm a Leo, so every exercise is about like calories and keeping my ass up, like just so it doesn't hang below my knees, and basically trying to stop shit from happening that's going to happen anyway. So it's really vanity. Vanessa is, yeah, she's totally, I just did her chart and she's got a lot of Aries. And I was laughing so hard. I was like, no wonder. She is an Aries, but I was laughing because I'm like, oh, no wonder we get along. She's aggressive. We're aggressive together, so it's good. Fire horse. Oh, shit. Fire horse. No, I'm a fire horse. So anyway, we're running down the back of the trail, right? And we're passing all these people, pass. Nobody with masks on, just everybody, like, I mean, 100 people, right? So everybody's like super happy to be out in the sun, and I'm super happy. And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm running, and then I'm this, and my friend comes up with her son, and I haven't heard about her son since he was like 2, and he's like 20 now, or 18 or whatever. He's a grown-ass man, and I'm like, oh my God, that's your baby you used to talk about. Anyhow, so we're running, and then there's people coming up past us, but I have a hat on, and I really do need glasses, but I'm not going to run with glasses. So I just pretend that I can see, but 9 out of 10 times I really can't see you when you're coming at me. So I have this like look on my face, like, who the hell is that? So I can't see, right? So anyway, Vanessa's on my right, I'm down here, and I'm actually looking at my feet so that I can like see at the, see the ground. And some kind of troll comes up. Oh, well, I got to plug this in a sec. Some kind of troll comes up off the trail, a trail troll coming at us. But I didn't notice the trail troll, right? So I was like, I'm not even noticing, right? So the trail troll is the one on the trail wearing, I don't know what, trail trollish attire, and then a freaking, mask. So I didn't even see her, right? I didn't see her, but it was the trail troll that called me all those names, right? And so by the time I noticed her and I didn't even see her, she goes, move over, bitch. And then I go to Vanessa, who is that? Like, and she goes, it's so-and-so, AKA trail troll. And I'm like, did she just call me a bitch? And Vanessa's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't even know who that is. Like, I'm like, no, really, I didn't even notice her. I literally didn't notice her. Yeah, boy shorts. That's right, the booty shorts. She's like, move over, bitch, like this. And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't even, like, I'm like, what? I'm so used to getting cussed out. I'm like, get in line, get the fucking line over there. But I really didn't know who it was. So I didn't even think she was talking to me. So it was totally lost. Anyway, I couldn't even recognize her. She looked like a little dark energy troll coming up the hill. And it's probably why I didn't see her. That's probably why. That probably hurt her feelings that I didn't acknowledge her. She probably wanted me to say, she is a hater. She's a total blonde, and I was wearing all pink, and I think that makes people miserable. Anyway, she goes, move over, bitch. Move over, bitch, she says. And I'm like, wow, trail troll, calm it down. But if I had glasses on, I would have seen her. No, I'm not going to put contact lenses in my eyes, nothing in my eyes. No, because I just don't. No, I don't want to put them in my eyes. Anyway, I was laughing. Vanessa's like, oh my God, I thought you were going to hear that and do something. I'm like, I don't even know who that was because she's wearing the mask. How the fuck do I know who it is unless I like know your hair, right? Or your hat. I can tell people by their hat or the way they walk. But other than that, Nashville, Tennessee, right? I mean, I was like, oh, laser surgery. Yeah. I think first I'll get it, do something with the boobs or something before laser. So why ruin the eyes? Why look in the mirror and look at yourself when you're kind of nice and blurry and photoshopped? When, like, if you fix the eyes, then you're going to see yourself. Do you really want to do that? Because I don't know that I'm up for that right now. I'm going to wait. I'll fix other things first. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't get the laser surgery. I just wouldn't. I just prefer, you know what? There's something to be said for the dark and like little bit of blurry vision as you get older. I'm just saying. I wake up at 4 every morning and I go to bed between 11 and 12 and I can't get everything done. Nor can I clean my house. If you saw the mess over there, I have paper towels all over there. Paper towels I've washed my hands with and thrown. I'm like, paper towels. And then I ate chocolate. So that's all over there. And then I know it's not enough sleep, but if, since I had kids, when my kids were little, I learned how to get up at 2 and 3 in the morning. Oh, chin hairs. I know. Isn't that great? I have toe hair. I have toe hair and I have a full beard, but you just don't see it. Yeah, when my kids were little, I learned how to get up at 2 and 3 in the morning because you got to get them up, you got to get them to school, and then you got to get home. And I had clients at my door. This is when I read with people in person. The clients were literally at my door, right? So anyway, 5 kids, oh my God. So I would get up and I would run 8 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles, whatever it was, and then get home just in time, sweating from head to toe, get home just in time to yank their asses out of bed 20 minutes before they had to be at school. I would throw Cheerios in a bag, throw them in the car. Jason and I would fight every morning. His father told him to sit in the back seat of the car. I had long nails then, and I tended to grab his leg and dig my nails in when he opened his mouth if he was saying nasty things. That was bad. Anyway, and I throw him in the car and throw him out the car, do a drive-by, and then race home. Literally didn't have time to shower, so I would get in my sink, wash my feet, seriously, wash my feet, wash my armpits, throw on another pair of pants and a top, and answer my door for the clients. That's what I would do. Seriously, I was doing baths I had a shower, but I had 3 minutes before someone was at the door. So this is when I started cutting my hair short, and I would just stick shit in it, throw a hat on, throw something clean, perfume under here, perfume between the legs, whatever, smell good so you don't offend anybody, and then sit down. And then I'd be working. One kid would get out of school at 1 o'clock and then another kid at 3 o'clock. So I'd race to get the other kid, 20 minutes, run back, 2 more clients, back to pick up the other kid, and then go home and then whatever all night long. The same thing, and possibly go for another run, then make dinner, and then do dishes, and then make me want to stab myself, and then go to bed and do it again. That's kind of how I raised my kids. That's what happened. So it was just go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Yeah, wash down there. That's right. Because, stinky from running. Sometimes I wouldn't shower for a week. I literally showered in the sink because I got that busy. Armpit, that's it, and perfume. And you spray shit in your hair, rose oil in your hair, and then throw more makeup on. Never washed my face. It was fun. And at that time, because my feet would hurt, I literally wore sandals. Don't yell at me, with socks. So I'd be all cute up here, and if you looked at my feet, I had sandals and socks on. But that's how I read. That's what I did. And then I put the socks on because my feet would throb after running. It's a stripper bath. It's actually a whore bath, but I don't want to call the girls whores. Oh my God, I don't want to call anybody whores. Let's see what this says. Okay, what does it mean to have Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto all retrograde in my chart? Okay, Beck, you're doing a do-over in this life. It is a do-over, okay? So retrograde planets are bringing back energies from a past point in time to this point in time so that you will focus on it. And you need to focus on it in order. Oh, thank you so much, Kathleen. You need to focus on those planetary things, where they're positioned, what sign they're in, and other aspects to other planets. Listen to my voice. My voice is going now. I'm drinking Chardonnay. If I drank, I'd be drinking that. Like to be smoking some opium, but we can't be doing that on YouTube, can we? We can get in trouble for mentioning political stuff. Will I get kicked off for mentioning that I might want to smoke some opium? Will that cause me problems? Huh. I don't, and I won't. I'm just wondering if I would get kicked off for saying that. Yes. Okay, wait. Yeah, I put a litter box up here. She's not... Tulip doesn't like it up here. Tulip kind of looked around and she's like, where's my boys? Where's baby Jack? No, I'm not skinny. I just cut my hair. I still weigh the same. You want to know what I weigh? You guys want to guess what I weigh? Guess. You guys guess. I'll really tell you what I weigh. No, really, guess. Seriously. Moon in the 8th. That makes you like a Scorpio moon, a star. 120, 135, 140. Okay, 125, 130. I like you 125s, 130s. You 140s suck. I weigh 142 though. That's what I weigh. I weigh 142. That's a big ass bitch. 90. No, I don't weigh 90. I haven't weighed 120 since after Keithy. So 142, literally. That is what, yes, I just weighed myself. I am almost 5'6". No, muscles don't weigh more than fat. They distribute differently. They distribute differently. I just eat a lot. If I don't exercise, I'll drop like 15 pounds from not eating. But if I eat, like if I exercise, I eat because I'm so hungry when I get in here. And then when I read all day, I get such headaches that I have to eat. I think I'm like a compulsive eater. I think I'm a fatty eater, but I should be 134. That's what I was last year. So somebody's a pig and I got to lose the weight. So there. So that's what we're going to do. But really, I weighed myself 142. I'm okay with it though. It's just that I busted my zipper. So no, muscle does not weigh more than fat. It distributes differently. 5 pounds is 5 pounds. 5 pounds of feathers and 5 pounds of bricks look different. People always say, oh, muscle weighs more. I don't have any muscle. Okay, so that's gone. And B, it doesn't weigh more. It's different. Yeah, I think I had the weight before the quarantine. I don't think this is quarantine weight. But Vanessa coming with me, she's lost 6 pounds because she didn't used to do the workout I did. And I'm doing less of a workout. But tomorrow we're doing 15 miles. So I'm so excited. We're going to grab Ben. He hasn't answered yet. Me, Vanessa, and Ben. So should I get divorced or am I overreacting? I think you should stab him, quite frankly. I mean, who needs a husband without a good stabbing? I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Just joking. Okay, so when people, don't feel bad, I weigh more. I don't feel bad. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. And oh my God, this is hilarious. So one of my family members one time, okay, she was tall and thin. And she would come into the house and she would step on the scales. Because in our house, we have scales. We literally have a scale in the living room and everybody weighs themselves. So like we're not in denial, but I'm still in denial because I can't really see the numbers. So I could pretend it says 124 and not 142, right? I have nothing brilliant to say. Sorry. I'm a dumbass. So there you go. Nothing brilliant over here. Anyway, so she used to put the scales. She would come in our house. Listen to this one. Oh my God, 330. You best be a weightlifter. 15 and weight. I can't even see it. Anyway, she'd put the scale in the house and she'd step on the scale and she'd be like, oh my God, this scale is 10 pounds under. I'm like, oh, so what are you trying to say now? I weigh 150 or whatever. She would always do that. She was a bitch. Anyway, so these are these weirdos. But my boys like to weigh themselves every morning. So they're very, very, very sure about what they weigh. I don't have a scale in my home, only weigh myself once a month. It's probably good. I weigh myself all the time just so I know I'm not getting out of control because I can get out of control. I can go on a bender from here to there. I can have fun with people and eat fries and do all kinds of things, right? That's what I can do. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Emily. Gosh, thank you. I don't think you had that yet. Aw, thank you. Oh my God, 60 and single for the first time. We need to find you a 30-year-old. Okay, that's mean. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry about your husband. Yeah, you can, you know what? You can, 60 and single, that could be a book. That seems like that could be a book. It feels like, oops. Wait, what happened here? What am I missing? Oh yeah, your husband. Sorry, I was looking at something else. 60 and single can be a book. Oh my God, be a flight attendant. Okay, at 60, why don't you start doing the things that you want to do? All of those things. 41 years is real good. So that's a long time. That's a lifetime. That's a whole human being span of life. So you can now start doing things you want to do. That's what you should do. Yods are the finger of God. Anyway, yeah, do what you want to do, Jackie. Start doing stuff like, start doing fun stuff that you want to do. Travel, meet new people. If you can't give love to your husband, give love to people around you. And there's a lot of children that need love and people that need all kinds of things. So you can do that for now. I know it's lonely though after 41 years. That's very hard. That is very hard. Even a separation after 41 years, let alone a passing. But write a book about that. 60 and single. Think about that. Start like taking notes about what you're doing. and how you're doing it. And 60 is a great age for women because we're so wise when we get older. So there's a lot of information you can pass on to younger people. So maybe turn the love and affection you had for your husband into people, I can't help it if I'm glitching. I guess I'm a clone. Could I be a clone? I could be a clone. But start talking to people that younger kids, helping them, like giving them. I know. Well, but her husband passed away, so she wasn't ready for him to pass away. Yes, I'm a reptilian. That's right. I'm a clone and a reptilian. There you go. What can I say? I'm a Canadian clone from communist Canada. Don't yell at me, Canadians. Yeah, 60, you have a lot to share. 60 is great. Talk about their past lives. I will answer that in a sec. But you know what? Your 2 kids and a migraine. Well, your kids gave you the migraine. Okay, so Jackie, you have a lot that you can teach people and tell people, especially young women. My husband's a reptilian. Young women, and you can teach them about relationships because really, okay, not with that mouth. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. Are we getting bitchy? Commenting on my mouth or commenting on my swearing? Are the bitches out again? Are the trail bitches out? Yes, I know. I thanked her for that. I saw that. So Jackie, I saw this right here. She was very kind. I saw it. She didn't leave a message, and I thanked her before I got to Jackie's for that. She's gifting, and thank you so much. Jackie, you've got a lot you can tell people. There's a lot of young people that might want to know what you have to tell them about marriage and relationships, and also what you feel like after you lived 41 years with somebody and now you're not with them, that kind of thing. My mom's eyes went reptilian one day. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know why that would happen unless they got her. Yeah, the trolls are back on the page. Trolls. It's probably the trail trolls. She probably just, yeah, the trail trolls are here. So Jackie, you got a lot to teach people. You can teach them a lot. Oh, happy Mother's Day to everybody. You've got so much. Older people know a lot, and I actually think we have a responsibility. The way the schools are set up, the way that everything's set up right now, we don't teach kids. I think there should be a hard, fast class in 2nd grade about narcissists and narcissistic parents and abuse in a home. I think kids should be educated in the truest sense about alcoholism in the home, drug addiction, how it takes your personality away and how it destroys your kids and what it does. I really think we should. I really think people should know that. I think they should know that sometimes parents are fighting and somebody's an addict, and that the kids need to know that sometimes people are on power trips. I think it should be actually explained out. If you grow up in a home like this with a parent that does this, then there's chances that you're going to feel like this. And I think it should be talked about. They don't talk about it. They don't even tell you, for example, and I'll give you Starbucks. It's not Starbucks, it's water. I'm totally losing my voice again. But there's also another way to educate people. Like when you're in the school system, you think that it's about education and your kids learning and everything. It's not about that. Like, it's literally not. They get you into a system, which I believe this. I'm not saying anything against teachers. Teachers are good, but the school system and what they teach kids is a bunch of garbage. I mean, I guess if everybody's going to go to college and spend 200 grand, they get you locked into financially paying that. So you're paying for your kids' in tuition. And by the way, I never did tell my kids to go to college. They're smart enough to, but it wasn't something I pushed unless they had a very specific career that needed like a certain type of thing. Keith went for a while to get an accounting thing that his boss wanted him to get. She told him what he needed to take so that he could learn from that. So that way, but unless you have a very specific skill, where are the trade schools? Where are the hairdressing schools? Now they're cost $15,000. Okay, everything is about money and it's about licensing. So when people talk about psychic work and licensing, I'm always like, don't try to mainstream my ass. I'm in a non-mainstream career because I don't want to be mainstreamed. If I wanted to be mainstreamed, I would have taken myself and finished school and done that. I don't want that. I don't want to be credible. I like to float around. I could be credible. I might not be credible. I could be crazy. I prefer to live kind of on that outskirts, so I can bounce in and out non-committal. But a lot of people, what we teach our kids, we put them into school and they go through this indoctrination, and it's by the government that sets the rules, right? The government says you need to teach a first grader this, a second grader this, a third grader this. It's really all socioeconomical, because we put all the women that were staying at home, and we put all the kids that were out in the fields making money for the farms. We took them all out of there, and we took them, and they were doing classes like Little House on the Prairie, classes like, whatever. But we put them into the women into the workplace, and then doubled the price of houses. So that's an economic thing. And then we use school as a babysitter. So school is a babysitter, but they don't teach you properly. The counselors at school don't help you. I mean, some do, but most don't. They don't help you. Like if you're growing up with like a wackadoo parent, something we should teach all young parents is their rights. We should have a law with like American law or Canadian law or British law, wherever you live, where you actually know the law. So the kids are taught the law, so they know when their rights are being encroached upon. So they know that when a cop approaches them when they're a teenager, that he doesn't have the right to do certain things. We talked, thanks Dallas, I'm getting the trolls out again. We've talked, like we told our kids, if this happens, don't speak, don't do this, don't do that. But most parents don't, because they believe the authorities, and then their kids end up in bullshit, Like I'll give you an example. One time we had a friend that went to school with our kids. He did go to school. Anyway, the kids got busted. Kids were in court. Now, one of the kids did not commit the crime. He was just there for the crime, so to speak, after the fact, okay? So he was told about it after the fact. Anyhow, when they went into court, the lawyer for this kid that did not do the crime said to the kid, now listen to this wording. So you're a parent and you pay money to have a lawyer come. Your kid has not broken the law. He's just communicated after the fact, right? So he's like, a, quote, an accomplice. So he didn't actually do it. So the kid's lawyer actually said to the kid, do you want to, if you agree to sign financial retribution, listen to this, then we'll let you off all the charges. Okay, first of all, you can't sign financial retribution or whatever that word is if you haven't committed the crime and taken anything that you owe money for. That was that kid's lawyer. Now that kid figured that out himself, but told us about it after. And it was like, wow, lucky that kid was smart. Teenage kid too, but lucky because he wasn't there for it. So it's like they tried to trick him into a crime. That's not the law. We need to teach people that. When you parents take your little kids to school and you have those problem kids, of which I was one, where the parents are called every other week and you're a problem and they want to medicate you and you're too hyper. I call it being fun and social, but whatever. You're too hyper and you don't sit still and all of that. Restitution is what I meant. Yeah, restitution. I'm like resolution, restitution. So you're a hyper little kid and you're like about talking and having fun. And you don't want to learn that boring math stuff, whatever it is. So they call your parents into school and the parents are like, your kid should be on Ritalin or whatever. Your kid, we're going to have to discipline them. They're going to keep getting kicked out. And then the parents take it to the school board and the school board acts like this authority. And we're going to put this on your child's record. Who the fuck are these people? We have to really, like, who? I know I was that kid too. I was expelled multiple times out of many different schools, private and otherwise. Like literally my parents paid money so that I would get an education and I managed to get expelled out of that. But whatever, I didn't want to be there. So it was my mission upon going there. But anyway, what parents have to know is when you go into these school meetings, hi from Wisconsin, you guys actually probably need to record these meetings so that you know exactly and can prove what was said to you. That's where we are in this world. Perth, Ontario, beautiful. So like we need to teach our kids that just because they're adults and authorities doesn't mean jack shit. They're assholes that grew up into an adult body. Some of them, not all of them, but they grow up into an adult body with all the same mental problems that the little kid in school that used to want to smack in the face. That little kid, that little Poindexter, is Ritalin is meth. Oh, I know what Ritalin is. But that little Poindexter in school is probably some like school authority. Yeah, I know. The ADHD is hard. ADHD, dyslexic, and OCD, and then traumatized at school. So I was like, I would just get up and walk out of class and go running. Like I literally, when I was a little kid, would look at the teacher, look at the class, and decide it's time for me to exercise and go out the door. So like a terrible problem sitting still. No, I wasn't bipolar, but bipolar's one. Okay, happy Mother's Day. Lenny Kravitz is coming over to celebrate. Well, thank you very much. Wait, who is this? Let me look at this name. Chris, wait. Oh, Christ rules too. Okay, Christ rules too. Thank you. Lenny shall be here to wish me a happy Mother's Day, even though I'm not his mother. And that's a good thing. But yeah, they try to do it and kids don't know it. Just because you're kicked out of a school doesn't mean that you're a bad kid, but they're traumatized. They're labeled. They're actually labeled. We don't teach them that that doesn't mean anything. And we have to change the whole structure of school because there's smart kids and there's people that like to follow rules and they like to do things like this because it makes them feel secure. Those are those people. There's other people, and autism. There's people that try to mainstream their autistic kids and it doesn't do very well and they're fighting the school. I have many of those clients. I told them, take a tape recorder in, hide it in your purse. It doesn't matter if it's against the law. They're going to lie about you in there. You at least need to know what you said. You maybe can't take it into court, but you could show your lawyer if they end up pressing charges. And I actually believe that. I actually think that. Now I'm going to get in trouble like that. Yeah, I don't like the vaginas. The VAXs. I'm not saying it on here, but you don't know, like they gaslight you all the fucking time in school. Oh, your daughter, your son did this. Take a tape recorder, listen to what they say, get them to put it in writing. Get them to put it in writing. I'm not going to say which one of my kids, but one time we got called into a police meeting with one of our kids, and I'm not saying which one. You can just guess, and I'm not going to answer which one. But anyway, of course, it was Burbank School, right? Anyway, we went in there and they had the police detective there and and it wasn't for a crime. It was just because I think he just kept walking out of school like I did. Anyway, so they're like, you have to sign these documents. And so John wouldn't sign the documents. No, I'm not saying which one. I'm like, no, it's not Keith. It's not Jason. I'm not saying which one. But their dad wouldn't sign the paperwork. He's like, I'm not signing this shit because then it's a contract. And they're like, no, it's just, and John's like, no, it's a contract. People don't know that. They think if they sign something that they can get out of it. No, it's a contract. So never sign anything you're not prepared to uphold. We don't teach our kids that. Anyway, so we were in the Burbank school, right? So we're sitting there and they're giving us this whole, he has to do this, he has to do this. And I'm thinking to myself, he's never going to do that. And I'm not coming here to make sure he does it. I don't have that kind of time. I'm not doing it. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. Like, I just know that I'm not going to police him like that because it's not going to work. So I thought about it and they wanted him to like sign a paper and go to the classes and this and that. So I thought about it. So I phoned up the school and I'm like, yeah, we're moving to Florida. They dropped everything. It was all about money for getting this special thing. So I just said, we're moving to Florida. And I took him out of that school and put him in another one. And he did fine. Graduated with honors. Both of them graduated with honors. So it didn't really matter. It's just that it was too structured. So when you get into like a fascist school, people think good schools are good neighborhoods, good schools. But it's not. I literally said, we're moving to Florida, and I just got up and left. That's what I said. And all of that paperwork was gone, right? So we have to teach people that. I had to put that on again. We had to teach people that. We have to teach parents that because they believe the school. They believe it's important. They believe like the doctors when they say stuff. Do you know that I've had several clients that have gone into doctors' offices where it's said to them, they've said, no, they don't want the flu shot and they're with their kids. And, I'm sorry. Yeah, shot, whatever. They don't want it. And the doctors every single time ask them, I'm paying you and I'm hiring you. Stop with your agenda. Once I tell you once, don't ever ask me again. Don't ever. Oh, schools lie all the time. The teachers lie. They're on an agenda. They're taught by the government. The government has its fascist paperwork, its fascist curriculum. And when you graduate from school, you're considered to be smart. No, you just have an attention span and you'll sit in the school like a good minion and you'll follow it. I don't actually agree with that. I just don't. What they teach you in school, I even think the history they teach us isn't true. I don't even think it's true. I don't know what's not true about it, but it just seems ridiculous. It seems fucking ridiculous to me. Okay, so we celebrate Thanksgiving, but this is the day that we took everything from the Indians, which I believe, by the way, considering the way they're taking everything now, and the British tried to take, I totally believe that, but we celebrate that. We celebrate all these arbitrary holidays on the wrong dates based on the wrong calendar with the wrong energy. So you see, I don't understand, and we all do it. Now, you can't say Christmas tree in school. It has to be holiday. You can't say Merry Christmas. I make a point of saying Merry Christmas at Christmas, even though it's summer and it's 100 degrees. I think I'll start saying Merry Christmas now. But exactly. I don't know. I think Jesus was a Virgo. You know, I've said this. I really feel like he was a Virgo. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying to you is, they don't have the correct calendar. Everything is off key, and they teach us stuff, and it's just crap. So we actually, all of us, need to educate our children. They pick on homeschooling parents, and they pick on home birthers. I told you that when I home birthed, and Keithy had to go to the hospital because he did have a little bit of a difficult birth and almost died. Thank God John was there and pulled him out because the midwife was late. But having said that, once they found out he was a home birth, they criminalized me for doing it and tried to turn the parents against each other like that. We actually had to get a lawyer, and it was weird to breastfeed my child. They didn't want me breastfeeding. And I'm like, because he was in the hospital at that time. And I'm like, you know what? I think Jesus is a Virgo. I'm sorry. I'm going to get yelled at for that. But I mean, it's ridiculous. And we're forced to celebrate. We're forced to do what they want us to do because they say it. I think we should rebel against everything. I think Christmas should be on July 25th. That's what I think. I think we should put a tree up on July 25th and do Christmas then. That's what I think. Oh God. That's what I mean, because I think it's all crap. I cannot even tell you what I think. They turn, what about that young man? Did I read that correctly, that there was a young black kid jogging and two fuckwads shot him and killed him? Did I read that correctly? Or was that not correct? Because if I read that correctly, I don't even fucking understand what that means. Okay, in Georgia, do you know, Georgia in and of itself is a state that is really full of black people. Like, they are there. Why do you think you need to get a gun out to shoot a jogger? I mean, seriously, why don't you just throw an apple at his head? I mean, if you're going to be a bitch about it and think he shouldn't be in your neighborhood, how about starting with something less intrusive? So I don't even understand what that is or who those two are, but they should never, never, never get out of jail, and they should be put to death, but they should be put to a slow death, literally, where they're shot and then not helped but not bleed out, live. I mean, unfucking acceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And that, they are hunters. Of course, they're hunting people. They should actually, I can't even. I mean, no, I didn't say watermelon. I said throw an apple at his head if you want to do something, but it's horrific. Now, that it's heartbreaking. His family, I mean, hunting humans. They've been doing that a long time though. A father and son. So what that is, and that's what we need to teach our kids. Besides, somebody needs to go and take vigilante justice. I'm not saying that on here. I take that back. Anyway, if it's a father and son, the father is a narcissist, a cop and a son, of course. The father is a narcissist who's indoctrinated a former police officer because he was probably let go on a psych hold. But he's the narcissist, and the son has grown up trying to get his dad's approval, and he probably got the son to shoot the kid. That's what it is. He probably got the son to shoot the kid. I heard that, and I was like, I didn't. But see, the KKK, okay, the KKK that you're talking about, how do I want to word this? Most people aren't like that. They put it on the media to cause race wars on purpose. They do that on purpose so that you and me, we think there's a difference between black people and us. There may be a difference between white people and white people, or black people and black people. There's a difference between all people, but not that much, because when you go back in your past lives and you see what you look like, you come from different skin colors. You come from different genders. You're man, you're woman, whatever. I've seen it. I've mostly been men in past lives, a couple of women, but mostly men. And I've seen my skin a different color. And you know what? It's really weird when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself with like you're a guy, but it's your eyes and it's different skin color and it's different hair. And you're like, wow, that's trippy, but you know it's you. Yeah, I was a black little boy too. I dreamt of him too. I literally dreamt of the generation before I was born where I was somewhere in the South. I don't know how I got there, but I was somewhere in the South, and I have a vivid memory of waking up in a body where I'm a 2-year-old baby boy in a crib in a diaper, and I'm a little black boy with a, like, literally I look at my hair and I look at my diaper, and all I can remember, I had this dream my entire life. All I remember is, like, how did I get back in this baby's body? Like, I was pissed that I was in the baby's body. I was like, why am I a baby again? No, he wasn't burglarizing a home. That's fucking ridiculous. See the guy's face? I think it was that kid, the kid with the big smiley face. That guy. And by the way, let's see. Yeah, I know. The weird dream, but I wake up in the middle of it, and I'm 2, and I can see like the carpet, and I can see the crib, and my hands are on a crib, and I'm looking out, and I can see that. Like, I literally can see that. And then I'm a boy. I just have a diaper on, and I'm there, and I'm like, I just know I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at myself, and I'm thinking, where's my briefcase? And I can remember thinking that, and I use the word briefcase. I wake up out of the dream every time. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I died. I don't know which lifetime it was, but I remember it specifically. But they have created, our society and the media has definitely created this war, and they're doing that in Georgia as a distraction. So there's some sort of a distraction going on there. It's like that police officer that went to the wrong floor in her building, walked in somebody else's house and shot them, and said she thought she was in her apartment. What are you, high as a kite? Because if you're not that high, you are, divide and conquer. If you're not that high, then you did not walk into somebody else's apartment that you thought was yours on a different floor and open the door. You had to knock on the door. Does that even make sense to you? But because she's a cop, and then I can't even. So yeah, of course she lied. I'm sure they were lovers, and because the gangsters have the guns. So when they try to take the guns away, the gangsters got them. Bullshit. And then I want you guys to see this video. Somebody posted this on my Facebook from Communist Canada. Don't yell at me, okay? I'm Canadian, and I've always thought it was bordering on socialistic communism. And if people don't like me for saying that, then you know what part of my body you can kiss, and not in a good way, okay? Oh yeah, the guy was a pastor. That's exactly who we should shoot, a man of God, right? Like, seriously, fucking ridiculous. Anyway, somebody put this up here, and I could not stop laughing. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Okay, I'm sorry. Kimmy G, I'm sorry, I'm Canadian, but the first thing I noticed in Canada growing up was this entitlement to everybody having the same thing, which goes against me completely, because you don't get the same things because they got it. You got to work for your shit. I don't care who you are. You're not on the dole. The only thing I can tell you is when I was probably in my 20s, my dad told me to go get welfare so that I could get back his money that he paid into it and never used. That's what he said. He said, go work under the table and do that. I think he was joking, but it pisses people off. Canada, you're paying. Do you realize you think taxes are bad in America? Do you know what the taxes are in Canada? Do you know what a pack of cigarettes is in Canada? Not that you should be smoking. Do you know what the alcohol is in Canada? Do you know what gas and milk are in Canada? Awful. But anyway, so Trudeau, the monkey puppet, you ought to listen to what this guy said. I don't know if this is a true video. Somebody sent it to me and it's off of Twitter. I could not stop laughing. Like, just before I turned this on, I was laughing to myself at what a fucking moron this guy is. So, let's see.
By asking all the moms to step out of the room for a minute so I can talk to your kids.
I'm asking all the moms to step out of the room for a minute so I can talk to your kids. I'm sorry. Excuse me? Who is this fucking idiot? I'm ruler of the country now. Mom, step away so I can do some kind of sigil magic through the TV. What are you talking about? Why? I can't. You know what I'm going to say? in these countries in the Middle East, I know. I'm Canadian. I showed my nationality. I am a fucking angry Irish person and a British person and a Scandinavian person. So I'm an angry Viking, I'm an angry Irish person, and I'm a overthrowing the world British person. Okay. And then I had a little bit of French and a little bit of German, 99.9% like Northwestern European something, da da da. But this guy, I'm sorry, if you don't think that that's communist, what he's doing there, I've always really felt Scottish though. Like I feel when I watch Braveheart, I identify with the loincloth, the war paint, and the fuck you, I'm coming after you. I feel like that as a person. So I'm pretty sure and now I'm identifying with the Cuban, resistance. So I kind of 1960s Cuban resistance. But I want you to hear Trudeau again. What on God's planet is this guy thinking? And why does he take up the public airwaves with this? And what's with that stupid fucking beard of his? He's barely 50, okay? And he's trying to look all like, I think I'll put a beard on so people think I'm fucking serious. No one takes you serious, you fuckwad. Nobody.
Okay. By asking all the moms to step out of the room for a minute so I can talk to your kids.
What is that? Loser. Okay? Loser. Okay, I know. No, he's a pedophile for sure. I mean, seriously? He's wrong. He's wrong. He's so wrong. See, Dallas, I heard this and I was like, why? I mean, his father was a fucking asshole in my childhood. I didn't know him, but I mean, I grew up with Pierre Trudeau, but none of this shit happened. All he did was let people in, and there was like the economic state of Canada. But once again, Canada has way less people. But you have to understand, they have this thing in Canada where everybody is supposed, his father's Castro. Well, doesn't he sound like a pussy man? Like one of those, I don't know, just like a girl. Like, I don't mean to insult women. I got to think of another word. He sounds like he's completely effeminate with absolutely not a masculine bone in his body. Okay, all you moms. But see, he says mom's right. I still spell mom, M-U-M-M-Y, mommy, British way. And we spell color differently because people always critique my spelling. And I'm like, whatever. Hi, Texas. Yeah, he's part of the Red Shoe Club. I don't understand. Let's see. Sloan, look up when Trudeau talked about dangers of speaking most. I don't even know. I don't even understand why that guy is on TV doing that. I'm like, he sounds like, okay. If a man is not masculine, he probably shaves everywhere on his body. I don't even want to go there, except for here, because this is the only place he can really grow hair because he has so much estrogen as a man. He probably is growing it here, but he probably shaves everywhere else on his body, and he probably stands in front of the mirror and goes, look, I'm like cut, like a doofus. He's a girly man, like a fucking doofus. And then he says, Lady Trudeau, exactly, what is that? And his wife's a complete douche. What is that? His eyebrow fell off. He has fake eyebrows. I'm quite sure he's got fake something. He's a talker. Oh my God, Seinfeld, I love you for that, right? Hi, Noreen, is Bob there? This is Bob. Hi, talker. Oh my God. The son did shoot him. See, how did I know the dad was the narcissist that used his son to commit the crime for his narcissistic thing? We need to teach our kids about narcissistic families, especially if you grow up around an alcoholic or drug addict. They're narcissists by nature. They fuck their children up, and their children have attachment disorders. They can't feel, they can't connect. And if you have one narcissistic spouse that batters the other and the other gets into a war with it, then you damage your children too. We need to teach our kids that so that the kids can identify it. But this pansy here in Canada, I don't even know what to say to him. I'm like, dude, and he's a pansy. I mean, if you're going to be a man, please try to be one. Stop putting hair here and shaving the rest of your body. Yeah, no, alcoholic fathers are narcissists. Drug addicts are narcissists. It's all about the drug. It's all about being right and the drug. And they wreak, alcoholism wreaks havoc on, he's a pansy. I don't know what else to call him, a pussy, a pansy. Oh, emotionally dead. Can you imagine being married to that guy in bed? And then like you're looking at him and he's got like, okay, I don't even mean to be, but he probably does shave anything because he's sissified, prissy boy. But see, as I've said, in the 70s, they started removing hair off adult people as part of their pedophilic agenda. So now we have a bunch of millennials and shit that shave everything from top to bottom, thinking that that's fucking normal, but it's pedophilic and we don't even see it because we've been indoctrinated with it. But that's when it happened. Yeah, alcoholic people and drug addicts, they're all narcissists. It's all about their addiction. He's a girly man, to quote Arnold. At least Arnold was a guy. I mean, he's obnoxious, but he was a dude, right? A wax. Oh yeah, they wax. I know they shave and they wax. What a bunch of fucking pussies. Oh God, my mouth is going again. Anyway, he has his own bedroom, I'm sure. And I'm sure there's a bunch of young men in his bedroom with him. He's so, I got to play it one more time. I just can't get over this. Like, seriously, you have to listen to this one more time. Yeah, men like bald, yeah, they like bald crotches now, men. It's pedophilic. I remember because, okay, not that it's anything, but I was in the sex industry as a teenager when that started happening, when they started removing hair off the bodies and everybody was shaving. And I knew because you look like a child, but from the 70s on through the 80s and then in the 90s, they think it's normal. This is normal. People think Kardashians' butts are normal. Oh, I'm going to go pump my ass up like that's normal. Or I'm going to pump my boobs up like that's normal. Yes, I did that, but it's not normal. So we can't have normal bodies, but removing the hair on the body is most definitely childlike. So think about that for a second when you're looking at stuff. We're so used to seeing that now. It's like, is that fake? No, that's fake. I don't know if it's fake or not. I want a woman, not a preteen. Well, thank God. Yes, preteen would make you a pedophile if you wanted that. Just, I have to do this again.
Just step out of the room for a minute so I can talk to your kids.
Hey, I'm on TV. Step out of the room. I want to talk to your fucking kids. No, get away from my kids. You know what he said to the children? He was using sigil. Man wanted to talk dirty to them. Oh my God. He was using sigil magic. So imagine being a parent and stepping out of the room. They are like that in Canada. They follow rules. I don't understand. Like who, okay. Some rules are okay. Like maybe you shouldn't drive on the sidewalk. I can understand that. But on a whole, who follows authority just without considering it, right? Who does that? Now, sigil magic, let me get into that. So you've got a TV and you've got somebody here. I trolled him when he said that. I know, let's go on Trudeau. Do you think Trudeau has an Instagram? Let me look. Okay, let me look. This video will probably get, Rita Wilson got my videos slammed down when I played her ridiculous rap song that isn't even really her. Let's look up, what the hell is that? I'm not good. Trudeau. Let's look up. Okay. He's got the blue check because he's the authority. Okay. So he has 3.7 million people following him. I know he took the guns away. Do you know I had some Canadian on my Facebook page? She's like, oh, come on, Sloan. People don't need assault rifles. I'm like, people don't need fucking Taco Bell either. That is not the fucking point. It's not the gun that kills people. It's not the car that kills people. It's the people that kill people. Why do people think the guns going away are going to be anything? I love 70s, right? Rockers. We went through that last night. We went through Robert Plant. Somebody on here said they didn't know who Robert Plant was. I'm like, what? And then she Googled him and she's like, he's old. And I'm like, well, yeah, he grew up, but whatever. He was hot in the 70s. We don't need Taco Bell. We don't need 3 summer homes. We don't need fucking Lamborghinis. We don't need diamonds dripping off us either. We don't need security systems set up all over our home. We don't need nannies for our kids. Doesn't change the fact that we get a choice in what we do. Problem is, when they said assault weapons, this woman says to me on Facebook, she goes, well, he got 170,000 signatures. And I'm like, oh, awesome, because there's 14 million people in the country, so that's nothing. And who are those 170? And how did he arbitrarily change the law without going to the legislation? We actually need to educate our kids so they understand. I love Robert Plant. Oh, Mexico City. Hi, you guys in Mexico City. Trudeau says don't speak mostly. Yeah, Trudeau's the idiot that did the town hall meeting where he stood up there and some woman was putting her hand up saying, Sloan, are you not okay with gay? I love gay guys. Why do you say that? Trudeau is not a gay guy. He's a pedophile. Keep the difference straight unless you want to be lumped into that. Perfectly fine with gay guys. Don't be stupid and ask that because I make a comment. It's not all about gay guys. Jesus, he's a pedophile who likes children. And don't be shaving your junk because you look like a child with a really old face, okay? So get serious. Anyway, I know, right? Like, it's like, okay, you can't use the word gay anymore because the gay people took the word gay. But in the 20s, it was the flappers word, the word gay. In the 70s, it was gay like a derogatory term for a person that wears a pencil in their shirt, like, oh, that guy dresses gay. And then in the 80s and 90s, it's a sexual term. So what is the term? Let's call them homosexual men, the actual term, okay? Yeah, gay was in the 20s, the flappers, the gay 20s, but they took it over. Fag was a cigarette. I'm not going to go around calling a cigarette a fag, but it was, if you go back to England. Anyway, and I'm not going to be manipulated. You want to call me a racist? We've been through this. You want to call me a gay hater? Go ahead. Call me whatever. Gay does mean happy. I know. I'm gay. I like the term gay. Be gay. Use whatever term you want to use for you. What I'm saying is the guy whoever commented on there, don't you like gays? I think my house is full of gay men. Because who do you think psychic comes to psychics but gay men? So stop saying stupid shit like that. I'm talking about Trudeau specifically, and he's a girly man. He's got too much estrogen. Yeah, I know Robert Plant's firstborn male child died. I know. That makes me not like him. Okay, for different reasons. Anyway, Trudeau is a soy boy, okay? He is not right in the head. He's on the camera using sigil magic, okay? Sigil magic is, what is sigil? Gates is a soy boy. Gates is a girl. I mean, I don't even want to call him a girl. No, gay means, gay men say gay now for them. So he's a soy boy. Gay men is a sexual term now. It means you're homosexual. It used to be gay 20s, right? It used to be gay 20s or the roaring 20s, but they used to be the gay flappers in the 20s. Okay, anyway, I know, exactly. So sigil magic, getting back to Trudeau, the soy boy that wants you mums to step out of the room while he talks to your kids. Who on God's earth says that when they run a country? Right, Bill Gates is a she-male. Well, what Bill Gates is an Illuminati transgendered child. Okay, so I remember when Eric Clapton's son died, 4 years old. I remember that actually because I was pregnant with Jason and I couldn't stop crying because I just couldn't, I was too pregnant to even hear that news. Okay, so what is sigil magic, okay? Sigil magic is when you use intention through wording or through objects, or through storytelling such as TV shows, illustrations of intention, and you put it out there as a way of invoking it into being. So what he's saying is, moms, listen to me, do what I say, get out of the room while I tell your children what I want to tell them. Now, no grown man should be saying that, number one, like, go get some goddamn education. He shouldn't be saying that. I hate... yeah, Kobe Bryant's books, I know. It's, NLP. NLP is, okay, I never liked the concept of NLP, neuro-linguistics programming, because it's mirroring, and Tony Robbins does that. So like if you're talking to somebody and they go like this with their hands a lot, then you talk across from them and you do that so that you identify with them. So if somebody says, oh, my dog died, you go, oh, my cat died, then you identify, but it's total manipulation. Sigil Magic takes it up a level, okay? Tony Robbins would use like NLP for his groups, like he starts jumping up and down, and his real personality isn't that, okay? His real girl Bush is nasty. That's because you've been indoctrinated. Anyway, meaning from the TV, you've been indoctrinated. I know Tony Robbins was an AT&T salesman, and Michelle Obama is really Michael, so they say. I don't know if she is. I don't know. I don't know why, if you are gay or a transgender or whatever you are, why you don't actually say it when you're running for office. Like, what would be the problem with saying you are gay? What would be the problem with saying I'm a hermaphrodite? Or I don't know that you could actually go out and say that you're trans. Well, you could. I guess you could be an adult transgender, but they're transgendered in childhood. Like Gates is transgendered in childhood. That's when it happens. Hermaphrodite is when they're born with both sex organs. And the first person I heard about that was Jamie Lee Curtis when I was growing up. And she's really only like 10 years older or whatever it is. I know that cracks me up that Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son. There's a picture of Margaret Trudeau with Fidel Castro. And I'm like, that just creeps me out. Let's see. Australia has Irish madness towards authority. There you go. I know somebody transgender means nothing. Well, transgender, I'm assuming if I have this correct, wait, which one's the surgery? Transgender, right? So if they've had the surgery and they're committed to being the opposite sex, whichever way they're going, I think that means they've been transgendered. But then I'm not sure. So, but anyway, if in Bill Gates' case, he was swapped at birth. A lot of the Illuminati families do it. It's a thing that they do. They do this shit. That's why Bill Gates, look at his body. Look at Bill Gates from behind if you can do it without throwing up in your mouth. Yeah, I like hairy men too. I like non-hairy men and hairy men. I like all men, but what I'm saying is, when you get to a certain point in your life, you look at all the stuff. RuPaul. Well, RuPaul is RuPaul is a drag queen. I think he's married. I might be wrong about that. RuPaul is a drag queen. That is different because a drag queen still has their male parts, I think. Maybe not all of them. Maybe they can be a transgender drag queen. I'm not sure. But from my drag queen friends, they're still men. I mean, they can be gay or they could be straight, actually. They still have their penises, from what I know. Just saying. So I don't know. I'm not clear on that. But Harry Windsor's name. Drag is a job. It's a performance, right? It's performance art. They do all like the Tina Turner. We used to go see the drag shows all the time. The Tina Turner and Cher, Madonna, whatever. They go out there and they do it, and it's totally, their makeup's beautiful. I mean, drag queens put on the best makeup if you want to, like, for on camera, their lighting. They know stage lighting for strippers. Every stripper should go talk to a drag queen because they know lighting beautifully. They know how to go on a stage. They know how to do everything because they are men doing it. So they actually have to observe it in a different way. So they do that. Let's see. So he gets on TV and tells the kids what? I don't know what he tells the kids. I missed that part of his fuckery. Did RuPaul sell out? I have no idea. I never really watched RuPaul. I know who RuPaul is, but I mean, because he's so tall, actually. I think he's really tall. But I've never watched RuPaul. My friends that I watched that are in drag were like my friends that were just in drag. See, Bruce is interesting. Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner. I'm going to tell you a story about Bruce Jenner. I'm not going to say which one of my friends, but one of my friends actually told me 25 years ago from her hairdresser that Bruce Jenner had implants in his breast back then. So I tend to believe Bruce Jenner, his excellence in sports was probably him trying to compensate for what he felt was off balance. But she told me that, and I'm talking, it's been 5 years since I think, and I don't know if Bruce Jenner did the surgery. They say he did. I don't know. I know he's done face surgery because he has an effeminate face. He's got a narrow chin. You know, he doesn't have, like, you could tell he was doing like his nose was different. He was doing the surgery, and I happen to know his plastic surgeon. I don't know who sold out or not for sure, really, to tell you the truth. But Bruce Jenner, 25 years ago, according to his hairdresser, actually, it's probably 30 years ago now, because I was told this 5 years ago, again, reminded me from 25 years ago that he had breast implants. So he had, like, I don't think he wore push up bras and shit, but I think it was common knowledge. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was. I think RuPaul has to be close to 60, right? I don't know. Did Hall and Oates sell out? I haven't heard that name in a long time. I love Hall and Oates. When he got, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just know that Bruce, he was a tremendous fucking athlete. Have you ever seen an athlete like that? Remember him on the Wheatie boxes? That's my generation, the Wheatie boxes with Bruce. But I just know that at least 25 or 30 years ago, he had breast implants. So I'm assuming it's a legitimate urge that he wanted to do that. And yeah, he was on the Wheaties box. He was. I know, I miss Hall and Oates too. Let's see, when the Kardashians are relevant because they're billionaires. You know, in this country, we're listening to Bill Gates making money relevant, right? Because we're all about the money, but we're only here. Like, people die like that. Did they think their money crosses over with them? Did they think their stuff crosses over? It doesn't cross over. Now that's what's Luciferian mindset in the most derogatory cult sense. Not people that just believe in the God of light or are satanic that are not in the cult. And I'm talking the ritual cult. Okay, there's people that are entitled to believe this. It's the opposite side of a lot of what other people believe. But then there's the cult, the people from this group of religion that go into this cult. And there's even people from the Catholics, the Jesuits, oh my God, on and on, every religion, the monarchies all over the world. So they have the outer shell and appearance of, you know, propriety and superiority and all kinds of good things. And they go into the cult, okay? So they go over there into the cult. So I don't really know who's in the cult. Yeah, no, but I do know that we respect money. And so when you have a lot of money, it's like, oh, people are listening to Bill Gates. Could you please tell me why? Is he a doctor? He's a motherfucker is what he is. Look at him from behind. He looks like somebody's Russian grandmother. No offense to Russian grandmothers, but in the old days when their hips kind of got like that and wide, he's probably had the children. He's had the children. People respect money, but they don't understand. They don't understand how they get that kind of money. They think it's from hard work. They're playing a game. And keep in mind, people with money are some of the biggest bitches. All you women out there know this. If you marry a man with money when you're young and cute and he wants arm candy, and you marry a man with money and you're not gonna work. I'm gonna take care of you. The minute that he gets sick of you and you don't have a job, do you think you're getting into his bank account? Do you even think you're getting money for a lawyer? A woman should never give up anything for a relationship, and neither should a man. Anytime you take, there's no free ride. So understand that 5,000%. Children should be taught that too, because they're taught, like, if I could get money, and if I could, I remember my mother saying, well, it's just as easy to marry a rich man. And I'm like, well, do I like said rich man? No, and I don't want to be controlled by that. It's not that people didn't have money that I married. That's not it. But do I want to marry someone with money? Because the fuckery that goes in the control, because they think they have control. I want the control. So I'll make my own money and make my own decisions. That's what I'll do. So you have to know that. But people are actually quoting Bill Gates. Do you know that this guy, oh my God, the shit that this guy says. He started blathering with his word salad. He speaks word salad like soup, like crazy fucking things. He started talking about the cows giving off too much. Yeah, see, money equals control here, but not in a spiritual sense. That's what's going on right now in a spiritual war. The people who are sold out into the cult cannot raise above it. Okay, Gates slept with over 4K women. I can't go there with that. I find that fucking hard to believe. He's hideous. Okay, he's not even funny. It's not even about his looks. He's word salad, word soup. He is. He started talking about the cows and how we needed to stop eating beef. Okay, listen to this one. We needed to stop eating beef. And he wanted to do, what's that burger that they don't have meat in right now? He wanted to do the, the burger, the whatever it's called. It's I don't know what it's made out of. Plant something, Impossible Burger. So he's talking about that and he's like, it's going to be easier to get. He owns the companies. He's on the financial boards. He has financial stake in that, and he's taking away our meat. Who is he? What? He's a billionaire? Do I need, in fact, oh, Richard Branson's another one too. Whoever these people are, if you come to me and you say you have money, don't tell me, because I probably don't want to be your friend at this point. Because you think the fact that you have money makes you something. It doesn't make you anything. He's I can't even. So I think his wife is a troll. And by that I mean she's a condescending, disgusting. Why are we listening to these people? Why? Why are we listening to them? The plant burger that probably has aborted fetal tissue in it on some level, Solvent Green, and some other kind of fucking fuckery to fuck with us. And I'm not eating it. I won't eat it. I will never eat meat again. I mean, I'll drink some kind of shake for the rest of my life and coffee. I will not do that. I mean, I won't. Or I'll go out to a wherever and catch a something. I don't know. I'll catch a something. But see, I don't know what to catch. But it's people are listening to them. They are listening to what he's saying because he has money. I ask people, I'm sorry, I know Tom Hanks plasma, Ellen's donating her body fluid to the hamburger community of fake burgers. What are you talking about? Don't eat. I know it's disgusting, but you understand he's going to get away with it because these people think he has money. They don't get that he just took their money. That $8 billion that they got for their crotch 19 disease, that $8 billion came from our taxes. They showed a video, and I have to find it. I was watching it last night. I almost threw up in the bed. I was like, what the fuck? And do you know the $8 billion that they raised was from other countries' tax money donating to it? They didn't raise shit. They went to the people's governments and they took the crotch 19 as a code word for, whatever 19, the crotch virus. They took taxpayers' money. Wake up to this. Yes, it's a money club. It's graft exchanging. It's like I spit in your mouth, you spit in his mouth, and it all comes around, and we tell the people this fictitious story about this fuckery, and we watch the people go bananas. I know Gate has mom jeans. Fucking Gates in his mom jeans, right? What? And that goddamn, what is he? I mean, I do like cashmere sweaters, but he's wearing salmon pink cashmere sweater. You're a girl, Bill Gates. He's not even a girl. I don't want him in my people. He's a something. But you understand that the $8 billion they raised, that they go around saying Madonna and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation raised $8 billion? No. They got money donations. There's a video out there. I have to find it. I don't know what happened to it. But there's a video talking about it. Maybe it's Amazing Polly's video. Maybe somebody threw that at me. Check Amazing Polly's most recent video. Maybe it's Amazing Polly. Anyway, where they got the money from the other world leaders in all these little countries, $8 billion. And it goes to Bill Gates because he has a financial gain in the vaccine. It's Amazing Polly video then. I saw it, I was like, this guy's just I can't cuss anymore today. I'm out of cuss words at this point. I'm just going to put, I think it is Amazing Polly. I think when I'm looking at it, when I'm looking at what goes on in this world, it's all graft. We are never getting billions because they're not letting us into their club. It's like just look at this. When you go to Harvard and they do initiation week and somebody dies, right? Because you have to hang upside down in your underwear and chug back 4 cans of fucking beer and eat 35 hot dogs or whatever it is they make you do. Oh God, I just burped. The hot dog's up, excuse me. Anyway, when you do that and you realize what they're doing in initiation week, Bilderberg, was it the owl ceremony? Now I just forgot the name of that up there in Northern California. when they do Bohemian Grove, when they do this, this is all what they're doing. This is part of Trump is control of the Fed and draining. See, I don't believe any of them are doing anything, quite frankly. And if one more person says to me I posted the video of the cop in Ventura talking about going into people's houses because people told me, oh, that's fake. So I got the actual video of the guy talking, excuse me, about going into people's houses, right? And actually taking out crotch 19 people and putting them in their own cage. And I was like, I don't think so, buddy. And so people, that's why you need a gun. I'm sorry if you don't like guns. Like, I'm sorry if you think that guns should be eradicated. If you think guns should be eradicated, then you're not going to have any way to keep that guy off your front porch. You're really not. You're really not. And you have to. That guy actually said that shit. I'm going to find this video and I'm going to show you this video. Because I could hardly understand what was going on in my own head. Okay. Oh.
In many, many other states as well, perhaps all of the states in our country. We will be giving intensive training to these people. Training not only...
Let me just put it ahead.
Doing it. We also realize that as we find more contacts...
Oh, crap. Damn it. Now it wants to email it to someone.
Some of the people we find are going to have trouble being isolated. For instance, if they live in a home where there's only one bathroom and there are 3 or 4 other people living there and those people don't have COVID infection, we're not going to be able to keep the person in that home. Every person who we're isolating, for instance, needs to have their own bathroom. And so we'll be moving
what the fuck
like
is he saying?
into other kinds of housing that we have available. They'll also have other needs, perhaps, food, whatever it's going to be. The county will be there to back them up and support.
Have you ever known the government to be there to back you up and support your ass? Never. This guy's saying, well, they're going to need to have their own... He's saying he's going to go into your fucking house. And people just are listening to this shit because they believe it. That is bizarre, okay? You're not going into anybody's house. It's Nazi Germany. And if you think it isn't, you're crazy. It's ridiculous. I know, right? It's kidnapping of people. They're taking them. But why? I don't know what the definition of who they're taking. I don't know why they're taking them. Like, it's not kids. It's not Jewish people. It's not tall people. It's not short people. It's not 40-year-olds. It's not 80-year-olds. Who are they taking? I don't know. I'm like, I know Bill Gates' newest experiment. Get a load of this one. It's called, it's a derivative of the word Luciferian, which is the god of light. So there's nothing really wrong with that, except when it takes a turn into the crazy cult version. Anyway, that's so weird. I know, right? I mean, can you imagine? So you have one bathroom in your home. So what you're saying, you racist, is that when people are poor and don't have more than one bathroom, you get to take them out of their home? What is that? I don't even understand what you're saying. I can't even. They call it, tracing. Oh, they're not tracing. You know what we have to do? Libra Lori and I were talking about this, and she had a good point. We all need flip phones. She has a flip phone. It's a classic. Anyway, they can't track you on that. They've got us. We're all on cell phones. And everything is tracked. It's trackable. It's terrible. I mean, what the hell? What if I want to go to the bathroom in my backyard in a bucket? Who is this guy? I'm just saying, they have to have their own bathroom? Since when? Since when do they have to? And okay, here's what I'm going to say. If you are a nurse and you're treating crotch 19 people, you're going home. Your family doesn't have it. You're using bathrooms in the hospital. So me in a home with one bathroom and 5 people, I can't do that. I can't choose to look after my sick father or mother or kid or lover or whatever. What is that about? What is that about? who is that guy? That guy should be fired. That guy should be recalled. But you know, he was taking orders from some weirdo. Contact tracker. We are fucked. Understand that. Know that. I mean, he sounds like he's mind controlled. And we're going to come to your house and take you because you don't have a bathroom. I'm like, what are you, my pee police now? I mean, what? They want your soul. That's the end. I know what they want. I know exactly what they want. I know, right? Bill Gates, I know patent is 666. What is that? It's just fucking bizarre. And if people can't see it, I mean, yes, you can recall a Manchurian Candidate. Exactly. I don't know about the FEMA camps. Light bearer. Confusing. Is he in? Yeah. I know. He's the pee police. This guy's a pee police. He's like, you've got one bathroom. You come with me. What is wrong with everybody? I'm like, what planet am I living on? I'm like horrified. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my God, why are the Clintons involved in the contact tracing? I don't know why Bill's involved in anything. He clearly has dementia. What's his name? Biden and him, build another bathroom. I know, but we need the government, and the government will meet their needs. The government can't get the homeless off the street. The government can't find a runaway teenager. Oh, that's right. They're being trafficked out of the country. The government can't keep up anything. Okay. The government doesn't know which end is doing what. What is this? It's part of the beast system. So remember, when you're talking about Satan, Luciferianism, the cult of, and the beast system is like a snake with two heads. The beast system is everything from the ground on up. It's different people. It's a low level. You know, when you're running a drug company, not that I admit ever knowing that, but I'm just going to say, if you were a drug dealer and you're running drugs, right? And you've got the head guy of the drug company. That guy has 4 guys under him doing sales on the street. Those 4 guys on the street have 4 more other people doing sales for them on the street. Then there's somebody in the wax shops and the weed shops and the whatever, like harvesting all the plants, right? So the beast system is run exactly like a drug cartel. There are little Satans running around, whatever you want to call them, little evil entities on every level of life. You're going to run into them in your kid's school ground trying to sell your kids drugs. You're going to run into them. Sometimes you'll marry one. You're going to run into them in the post office. You're going to run into people. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's such a thing as when entities take over. So before Christmas, I was told to watch my back by a fellow psychic. Not watch my back, but watch, because her guides were saying that they were going to start coming after me. And I had 3 incidences in a week where I knew it was evil, demonic, directed at me in the way of a human being, in the way of a human. This is a true story. So Deanna and I went for dinner. Deanna, John, and I went for dinner for Deanna's birthday, which is in December. She's a Sag. So we went to dinner, and after dinner, I said to Dee, come, let's go pick your cake out, right? Let's go get you a cake. Because, I wasn't gonna, because we're both always dieting, but I'm like, let me get a cake. So we went up to Vaughn's, right? This is true story. So I go to John, come in. He's like, no, I'm going to listen to the ball game when they were playing ball. So he's in the car. Me and Dee was like going to stay with John. And then she's like, no, I'll come with you. Last minute decision. So she comes in to get the cake. We get in the cashier's line. There's a kid. He can't be any older than like 26 for real. So he's like a white kid with just a typical white kid. And he's there. And I think his name was Alan on his little pin. So there's a guy buying diapers in front of me. There's another guy, and I think he was getting cigarettes. So I think they were together. Anyway, they're getting their stuff, and I'm next. So I put the cake on there, and I had some, cake and cookies and some ice cream and stuff. Anyway, I had that on there. So Deanna's standing beside me, and there's another guy over there. The cashier literally looks at me, and he holds up a stuffed animal like this. So he's got like this, a stuffed animal, and he goes, Paco. So I go to him, I go, what's Paco, right? Like I'm trying to punch my number in. He goes, Paco. I said, what about Paco? Who's Paco? He goes, he holds a stuffed animal right in my face, I swear to you. And he says, Paco wants you to look in his eyes. And I'm like thinking to myself, is this guy deranged, right? So Deanna's looking at me, I'm looking at her. The guy in front of me is looking at him. And the guy behind us is looking at him. So we're all looking at this guy going, so I had to say it. Why does Paco want me to look in his eyes? Here's what he says as he's holding it up. So he's holding the stuffed animal that was a little owl with these big eyes, like one of those teddy bears that little kids have, but an owl. He goes, Paco wants you to look at his eyes. And I said, why the fuck does Paco? He goes, Paco wants your soul. He said this 4 times to me. So you know what I did? I said, I'm not looking at fucking Paco's eyes. And I put the number in and I kept my head down. The guy behind Deanna was like, excuse me, what did he just say? I know. So I said, I'm not fucking looking at Paco's eyes. But see, an entity got into that kid. So this is also a true story. So I went to the car. And I told John, I said, you're not going to believe what happened. And he would have never believed me had Deanna not told him, all right? Because, like, why believe me? I'm a crazy psychic. Anyway, Deanna also happens to be a crazy psychic. So the next day, John tells me to go back into that Vons with him. And I'm like, I'm not going near Paco. So I point the kid out to him. This is the funniest thing. So John goes up to the kid and says literally, the kid is pulling in a bunch of like Orange Crush drinks with another kid that works in the store. John goes right up there and goes, you know what you did. And the kid's like totally surprised. And so John started saying to him, you know, the devil saw you and the devil knows you, like this. And I was hiding behind the door, pissing myself fucking laughing, okay? Fucking pissing myself because John was a little bit drunk the next day. Anyway, he went in there. The kid had no idea. That's when an entity steps. I could hardly contain myself. I thought it was so funny. I literally would have wet my pants because they do that anyway. But when I'm laughing, I would have literally done that. But the guy just looked at him like he was crazy. He looked like a crazy person. And so John goes, remember, when you do that, Satan's looking at you like this. And the other guy was like, whoa, what the fuck? And so John left and went out. So he corrected it. That was a point of magic directed at me. But the kid didn't even know that why somebody was saying that to him, because an entity stepped into him and actually spoke. That will happen. Sometimes you will get very normal people. Sometimes people are possessed. Even they could be your lovers, they could be your kids, they could be whoever, your parents, and they say something and you're like, why the fuck did they say that for? Because something can step in because their auric field is really low. And so that was pretty freaking funny. But I was just like, Paco wants to take my soul. Who says that to somebody in the cash? And I swear to God, that's what he said. What a fucking weirdo, right? I'm looking at the time because I have to order dinner before the restaurant closes. Anyway, really, it was very interesting to tell you the truth. No, that was a true story. It was a stuffed owl with very big eyes. Really. And said it to me. Like literally to me. Not to the guy behind me who thought he was bizarre. It was very weird. It was very freaking weird, right? So I know, right? I don't see Paco there anymore. I go through there. Well, because I was being threatened with the videos I was doing. It's not why you, it's why not you when you speak up against them, okay? See, your cousin was Paco. I know, but it wasn't your cousin. Your cousin's probably really freaking nice. It's not that. It's when you start speaking up against them, the beast system sends people out. They can come, you could be having drinks with a really nice guy. If you're psychic out there, if anybody's psychic out there and you're really psychic and you do readings for a living and you sit face to face with people, which I did for 30 something years, literally face to face with them, you morph into their energy. And sometimes a person will be sitting in front of you and you literally will see their eyes change and you will see a demon speak out of them. And sometimes the head comes right out of the person. The person has no idea. They will go right back to speaking like they did. Like they could be asking, like, do you think I'll find a job or whatever? And then the demon will come out and say some shitty ass fucking thing to your face and then disappear back into their energy field. And then the person will be like, yeah, no, you have to be careful. But this is human beings. These are human beings that go home to wives and children and brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers. These are people that work in every single community, business, nurses, doctors, sick people. It's a weakness in the energy field, okay? And she sent evil to me that night. Yeah, okay, you know what? You can protect yourself, but the way you'll walk in, but a walk-in entity No, it's true. It happens. You have to be in the metaphysical to really understand that. And if you've worked in it, like people call us crazy all the time. I mean, when you're looking at The Exorcist is one thing, but don't do drugs and alcohol. See, whoever just said they've seen that, I think it was Marilyn there. Happy Mother's Day to you guys as well. But it's a true story. You see it. I've seen family members of mine turn around, and I've seen entities come right out of them and like growl at me, and I'm like, so I know they're doing drugs. Drugs and alcohol lower. That's a sex addiction. All of that shit lowers your defenses. So the way that you keep your body up is, number one, you should be sober if you're working in the metaphysical. Number two, you should be doing your yes, narcissists are possessed. Narcissists are soulless, actually. I actually think they are, because they have no sense of human self. They might not be human. They might be alien, or they might be something else, actually. Take your vitamins, exercise, all of that. But I've seen that since I was a kid. When people sit down for readings, it's not them. It could be an entity trying to give me a message. Deanna had told me like 3 nights before, you're going to be doing this, that, and the other. And I had a series of events, like when the microwave almost microwaved my ears. Do you remember that? I put these things in, turned my new microwave on, and got the shock through my head. It was right after Deanna told me. She's like, because she channels direct channel, and she said to me, you know, they're going to come after you. And I ran into a person at one of the stores that I was shopping in who works with some of these cult member people directly, and literally started asking me about my videos. I haven't run into this person in a long time, and I was like, interesting. And then so I went home, and then that night we went out with Deanna to dinner for her birthday, and Paco was brought up, and I was like, fuck, all in 1 week. And then there was one other thing that happened that was like a physical thing to me. I don't know, we're getting off the planet. The rapture would suggest that we're going to be raptured off the planet. I'm going to go no with that. Yeah, gang stalking. It could be government gang stalking too, right? It could be all of those things. Don't drink it. Yeah, no, by choice. I don't. I haven't in like 30 years. But I don't do that stuff because I can't do the work and fight energy when it comes at me. Like, people say shitty things. People say all kinds of things, and they think that I'm stupid, and they think other psychics are stupid and can't hear what they're saying. There are men out there that date women that are psychics, seriously, that act like they don't know anything about being psychic, and they're totally know everything and know witchcraft and all kinds of things. It happens quite a lot. There's a lot of people that do all kinds of shit and know how to manipulate energy and know how to do it, and can act like they're like nuns from the church, and they fucking lie about it, okay? They lie because they'll say something. I'm like, did you just fucking say that to me? Because I know what that is. Like, they say it and they're like, oh, I'm just joking. Okay, sure you are. You know, like somebody just said to me, oh, you know, I steal your energy. And I'm like, oh, you don't think I know what that fucking means, you vampire? A narcissist is a vampire. Keep that in mind. When somebody steals your rum cake, sounds good. Just drink just drink the rum. Don't eat the calories in the cake. I have a grand water trine too. Grand water trines, I just saw that only because I have one. Sorry, I'm looking at that. It was making noise. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Grand water trine, thank you for that. Happy Mother's Day. Water trines are great. However, it depends the houses they're placed in. And remember, trines can be lazy because things come easy. So sometimes squares are a better aspect. Trines are luckier, but squares are more action. Keep in mind, narcissists are feeding off your energy. Everything a narcissist does, everything a drug addict does, everything an alcoholic does, everything a sex addict does is designed to elicit and steal your energy. So the thing that you have to do is not give them energy. Every single thing they do is designed to take your life force, okay? So you have to actually step back from that. You can't give into it. So when someone calls you a bunch of names, you have to, what I do, and here's a trick with intention magic that people do. So there was this chick on my Facebook page, and she wrote to me, she said something, she goes, oh my God, be careful, watch your back. Love you, right? And I'm like, listen, you fucking bitch. What do you think you're fucking saying? So I said to her, why are you so passive aggressive? Why don't you just fucking come out and say what it is, right? And she goes, oh no, you don't understand. I was taught to say that. That's how our family talks. We love each other. That's how we talk. I'm like, you're fucking threatening me, and what you are is a concern troll, you stupid person. And secondly, don't talk that way to people because it's ignorant. Watch your back. Oh yeah, say that to a family member. Say that in our family, you get socked in the face, right? So yes, they say drink, Jackal and hide. Entities can step in. Entities love to live off of the drunk or addicted energy of people. That's what they love to do, okay? I know that was so, yeah, that's it. I know, right? I know it was passive aggressive what she said. I said to her, don't worry about it, but don't say it again because it's the most I know. So, what I see you next Tuesday. Like, she goes, oh no, that's how we express love in our family. I wanted to say to her, then your family's fucking psycho and you're dumb. Probably, I can't even. Anyway, so just to give you an example, and I gave this example years ago about a client of mine. I was probably in my early 20s and he was a young man, maybe, he was probably 25 and I was probably 23. And he came to me for a reading. Good looking guy, straight guy, but he was suddenly gay. This is a true story, according to him. Anyway, he was on drugs at the time. I think it was meth. Could have been coke, could have been both, whatever. Something like this. But he used to come in for a reading. And when don't ask me why, I had a lot of drug people, a lot of people working the streets in Hollywood back in the day, a lot of, gay, straight, working both sides of the street kind of thing. And they come for psychics. They want to see if they're going to be okay. They want to see. And hopefully one day you can kind of steer them into something else. Anything. No, be safe. When you're saying be safe, you're assuming I'm not safe. Assume I'm safe and say, have a great day. Say, bless you. Bless you is a better thing than stay safe. I am safe. I don't need to stay anything. I just don't like that because it's that way. But that's me personally. But when somebody says, watch your back, that's a straight out threat. I'm sorry. That's a straight out threat. Watch your back. Thank you. Bless you too. Yeah, watch your back, right? Anyway, this kid used to come in and he used to sit down. When he walked in, so he's dressed like a normal guy, like in a t-shirt, jeans, whatever. Good looking boy. And he used to come in and there was a girl beside him and she had long dark hair and she wore a red dress, but she was in the spirit. And she just kind of swooped in and she was real sexy and real pretty with that hair, little bit of olive skin. And she would sit down next to him. So I kept seeing this girl and she would sit there in the spirit and she would smoke a cigarette sitting right next to him as he was talking about now working, having sex, making money, having sex with men. But he was straight before, but now he was gay. So I'm thinking in my head, well, he's probably always gay, right? But just didn't know it. And now he's just gay for pay or whatever. So it was really interesting because she would sit there and she would smoke the cigarette. And I looked at her. So after 3 or 4 times of talking to him, I finally understood what was going on. As soon as he started, and I think it was the meth at the time, if I remember correctly, as soon as he started smoking the meth, okay, this girl was a prostitute and she had actually ended up, for some reason, overdosing and she had not crossed over. She basically ended up telepathically telling me, okay, she started telling me that she had aligned herself with his energy because he was doing the meth and he couldn't feel her attached to him, okay? So her will was imposed on his will. So once he got sober and cleaned up, he went back to being normal to him and stopped all of the shenanigans, but she had attached herself to him. So that, yes, anywhere you can find shungite. Well, prostitutes are not always, they're not always of the gender that they're sleeping with, they're making money. It's work, okay? So understand the sex trade is about work. And so you'll do things for work, not making you whatever, if somebody's going to give you $1,000, whether it's gay or straight, you're probably going to take it if you're in the sex industry, right? You're not going to make a distinction between it's a girl or a guy. I'm just saying it kind of works out. That's just been my experience with it. You're not, strippers would dance for women and men. It's not like they're just going to dance for men. Gay women would go in the clubs. And in the men's club, it's not just women. There's men in there too. So, hello UK, the UK. Anyway, that's what happened. So that's what happens when you do drugs and alcohol. You can also get attachments, spirit attachments. You have to pray. You have to be sober, because as soon as you do drugs, you open up. That's what these people are doing in the cult. They're opening up their energy fields, okay? They're opening up their energy fields to bring and harness energy. So they're actually harnessing, like a horse with straps attached to it. They're harnessing our energy like that. So they've got 6 of us, okay, working energy wise and doing that. Hello from Canada, my people. So they've got that. So you have to pray to God. And I'm telling you, you ask God to remove from you. And sometimes it takes a lot of prayers. Sometimes it does. I'm going to put that that prayer bath that you do underneath. I'm going to type it up and put it there. So you guys, singing bowls, oh my God, gongs, anything, raises your energy big time. So you want to do stuff like that. Look at this. I said, you're going to love me. I'm literally going to order my dinner on here so I can, well, no, I'll wait. I'll order it in like 10 minutes. Gambling is an addiction to anything that takes your focus, disconnecting body, mind, and soul is going to open portals in the auric field or the etheric body for energy to get through. I use Himalayan salt and coconut oil. Well, it's oil now because it's so hot out, but I do this, okay? I do this to clear stuff off my body. That is just what I do. I pray all the time. I ask to be under the protection of God, but that doesn't always work. Sometimes you literally have to clear stuff off your body, chanting, prayer, baths, removal. It's a constant thing. People don't realize it. Like, that's why when people do drugs, they literally flip a switch and they become different people, and they think people don't notice. Those entities just don't go away. An addicted person with a long history of addiction, saging is good, but saging is baby cleansing, okay? Saging is baby cleansing. Saging isn't going to cleanse everything off. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm going to finish in 5 minutes in order, okay? You're on camera. Bye. I'm going to order dinner. I got a date. Okay, anyway, so what you want to do, sage is like saying you want to get your body in shape, so you're going to walk around the block. Sage is about as effective of that. Sage is not enough to clear out entities on you. Sometimes it's prayer, sometimes it's cord cutting. Sometimes you have to say very specific prayers to remove very specific things. And they can attach, and they do attach all the time. Psychics send entities out to others. Like there's witch wars, there's all kinds of shit. You have to be, all of those things are minor. You actually have to literally, you have to cleanse it. And sometimes if you have a lot of negative energy, like you're fighting with your husband, you're fighting with your wife, you're fighting with your kids, you're fighting with your neighbors, you're getting arrested, whatever, sometimes you have to do literally banishing candles, and you have to ask God to take it away and do with it what he wills. And then you have to do cleansing candles, and you literally have to do the two in conjunction constantly, because there's fuckers out there with their fuckery that do all kinds of things and throw energy at you all the time. You have to do that all the time. It is terrible if you're in this profession. And then there's jealous people out there that throw stuff at you because you're doing stuff. So, I mean, there's that kind of stuff, but it's all day long. It's just like you have to brush your teeth every day. Psychic hygiene is literally a thing, so you have to do it. You know if it's a good spirit because you're behaving in a proper manner. It's not insulting you. It's not screaming at you. It's not hurting at you. It's not doing anything. It's literally, people don't know and they don't believe it. People don't believe it. They don't teach that in church. They don't teach you. Yeah, Kundalini awakening is when they open all the chakras. That's what the Illuminati is doing. They're going up through the root end chakra, up the butt, trying to open it all the way up. That is what Illuminati is. They're sodomizing in order to open the third eye. That's actually what that means, okay? And it's an old, like, religious aspect, usually done between adult men in the way back, I'm gonna go with Indian gurus, but now they're doing it with children and whatever. They've taken the religious aspect or the ritual of it and turned it into some kind of disgusting thing. But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, and it is a spiritual war right now. So the beast system or the cult, satanic cult, not if you're just whatever satanic, do whatever you got to do. When you join the cult that deals with children, and you know what I'm talking about, when you deal with that, that's not okay. I don't care what you think you want. But that group of people in the beast system, it's an entire system. It's the doctors in the offices that's arbitrarily like, do you want the flu shot? It's the people in the bars that keep shoving more, do you want some cocaine? That's your beast system, getting you to fall off your moral, spiritual path, whatever it is for you. It doesn't have to be like a nun spiritual path, but getting you to fall off of it so that they can twist your mind. Remember, depression, alcohol, addiction, sex, gambling, whatever it is, opens up the lower vibrations. It literally lowers your vibration down here. So you want to be strong, just like you want to look good and be healthy. You don't want to have a big fat belly and have a heart attack and drop dead on the street. Why do you want, no, mirrors can be, you can open portholes in people's house. People try to do it all the time. People, when they come for readings, they're like, I have to use your bathroom. I'm like, I know what you're fucking doing. Like, I can't explain it. It's a psychic thing. But they use mirrors to open up portals in houses so that they can come through and spy on you energetically. I know no one believes me and I'm getting wacky here, but that's what happens. I mean, that is what happens. At least in my world. So in the world that I've been raised in, that's what happens. Or the world that I know, which was not... You have to grid your house. I grid my house, and as soon as I see the fucker standing over me, I'm like, get out of here. I mean, it's weird, but that happens. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. You just have to fight it. But I'm with God, so that's who I pray to. So go ahead, do what you got to do, and even go ahead and fucking do what you got to do. I don't care. Like, I'm going to be me and you be you. You try to get into my house, and I'll try to get you out of my house, and I'll probably win. That's what I'm going to do. Don't let anything scare you. Fear is a low vibration. That's why they want us in fear. Now, here's what I'm going to say real quick because I've got to go because the restaurant's going to close and I'm going to get my dinner. But here's what you want to do. So when somebody throws a verbal intention at you, like, what did somebody say to me? Oh my God. Okay. I had somebody say this to me. Oh, I don't think you'd be what did they say? It was in reference to my appearance, but the way that they worded it was, I think the reason that you're doing so well at your work is because of your appearance. Now that sounds like a compliment. That sounds good. Like, oh, you're pretty and people like you. But what they're saying is, and it's an intention in their mind. They're saying and trying to pull your energy back to the fact that you are something physical and you don't have a brain. So kind of interesting. It's kind of a reversal of things. So when somebody says something to you that affects you, intention, wording wise, like, oh my God, you'd be such a pretty girl if, okay, let's say someone says this to you. You need to take those words, say it right back to them and say, I am a pretty girl regardless of, and send it right back to them. So if they say something like, oh, you're going to have a hard time finding a job, you need to say to them, no, I'm not going to have a hard time finding a job. I'm finding a job now. You need to take the wording and put it into the positive. That's why I say, don't say stay safe, because stay safe actually means you're not safe in the moment. Enjoy your day. Be blessed, whatever. Even that is like be blessed. So just say blessings. Like you already got them, send more. You don't need to say like stay safe or watch your back is definitely a threat. I don't care what that stupid girl said, but so there you go. So I have to run, you guys. So I just popped on real quick, but thank you guys so much. So much. I really love you guys. And now I'm going to eat the biggest dinner you've ever seen. Chicken cacciatore and a chicken salad with extra onions. Yeah, that's right. You heard that. And soup. Don't know why I want soup. Just want to be a little piggy. So I'm going to do that and I'm going to eat it all up. But thank you guys so much. Happy Mother's Days to all the fabulous mothers out there that watch their kids and stick with their babies and try to do the best and, give up of themselves for their babies, their grown babies, their little babies, all of that. Have the best, most fun day. I hope your kids are coming around with the home baked muffins and the special stuff that little kids do that are so cute, the drawings that I used to love. My little Jason did that. My Keithy too. Keithy used to go get little monsters. Thank you so much. Yeah, my little Keithy used to bake stuff for me. It's so cute the way they bake it. I was the best thing ever. Some of the best times I ever had were the little things. Thinking back on it, there's nothing like it. Like when you get those little kids, they wake you up and they're so excited. Didn't happen often all the time because sometimes we were at war, but I remember that. Or Keithy would go hiking with me against his will on Mother's Day, but he would do it. So I miss that. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderfully fabulous Mother's Day with your babies and other people's babies and your family members. And I will see you soon. Oh, yes. I am abundantly healthy, happy, and joyous now. I am abundantly healthy, happy, and joyous now. I am abundantly healthy, happy, and joyous now. Okay, you guys. Mwah. Bye.